Your hands can strongly influence how you appear because they are a big part of your body language and posture. Gesticulation is, for example, one part of how you can use your hands while talking. It is actually a positive thing because it can make you appear more confident and more vivid and underline what you are saying. But there is a thin line between appearing too exaggerated or too aggressive or even unelegant or vulgar. Maybe you noticed what I did just right now. I exaggerated my gesticulation a little bit. So I will teach you 3 things. Part number 1 will be how to position your hands elegantly, how to hold them while you are talking. So it will be more about the posture and positioning of your hands. In part number 2, I will show you how to use gesticulation in an elegant and graceful way. And part number 3 will be a bonus. I will show you how to successfully use accessories such as handbags or glasses when you have nothing to do with your hands or when you want to occupy your hands or feel awkward. So they will serve as a very good thing to rescue you in such situations. And if you like topics like this and are not yet subscribed, I would be very happy when you just click the notification bell and the subscribe button. So let's start right away with part number 1, how to position your hands elegantly while talking. There are several ways, and actually there are many ways on how to hold your hands while talking or how to move them. But in this video I will show you 3 easy to remember positions, and they are also very elegant, all 3 of them. You can simply pick 1 or 2 that you like most and remember them when you will be in a talking situation and use them. Position number 1 is a position that I am using mostly in my videos. And maybe you have noticed it already, or if you know it now, you will start noticing. So this is what I'm also doing right now. I'm holding my hands with the palms up. And while I'm holding them like this, I am sometimes opening and using the hands to underline words. This would be the gesturing that I will come to later. But as a basic position, I am holding my hands in front of my body, more or less at belly button height, and with the palms up, gently touching themselves, or one hand in the palm of the other one. And for me this is the most natural position, but for you it might be a different one. Maybe for you the next position will be more natural. But this one is, first of all, very comfortable, and second, it has a few advantages. It not only looks kind of natural, but also very elegant and graceful. It conveys confidence and openness because you have the palms open. And whenever your palms are open or your hands are visible, it is subconsciously a signal to the other person that you are talking to that you are trustworthy, that you have nothing to hide, that you are honest. These are the signals that we convey with that. Now we come to the second position. It is also very elegant. It looks a little bit more dainty, and it is just holding the hands like this. So you immediately see it looks maybe a little bit more graceful because it is also a position that you can use on pictures as a photo pose if you want to look very elegant. So you hold your hands at the same height, at the belly button height, but with the palms facing down. And then you can slightly touch your fingers and slightly hold them. While you're talking, you can also move and open the hands later on when we come to gesturing, but you will always return to this basic position. The third position is a little bit more serious. So I would recommend you to use that one when you're talking about a more serious topic, or maybe you want to appear a little bit more, even more trustworthy, and there are many variations of it, but the basic position would be to hold your hands like this, so together but not clenched together, slightly, but your fingers like this. And then you can also hold it at the same height. It is actually very comfortable too, because you can lean your hands, your underarms a little bit on your hips like that. So this one is elegant too, but as I said, it has something relaxed and at the same time serious to it. So just try it and see how you feel. You can decide yourself which one suits you better. But this way you have 3 very nice variations. So now for the resume, I will show you all 3 so that you remember. Now let's go on with part number 2, gesturing. So with regard to gesturing, I will give you 3 tips that you can also easily remember. First of all, you can do gesturing, so underlining what you say, what you want to stress when you are telling a story. You can do that out of a basic position. So either out of this position or out of this one or even out of this one, although this is a bit more calm, so you won't easily get out of this position because your hands are more connected. But gesturing would always happen out of a basic position. This will look the most confident and the most elegant. So that's the first tip that I would give you. Always return and gesture out of a basic position. Then the second tip. So what I would recommend you when you are gesturing, telling a story, talking, try to stay within your radius, so within your zone. And the zone will be kind of around your body. That means that if you are very tiny or have not a big zone around you, try to not make your gestures and your gesticulation bigger, like this. You see that it looks a little bit too much. It looks vivid, yes, but it doesn't look very elegant. And I guess you want to look feminine and elegant, and that's why you clicked on my video. There is a third tip for you, and this has to do with the pace of these movements and the dynamics. So avoid fast, aggressive and sudden movements. I know that if you want to convey something very surprising or something very, very strongly, you might do like sudden and surprising and big movements. But it might make you look a little bit overdramatic or aggressive. So try to avoid these abrupt and aggressive or sudden movements and stick to soft movements. You can also tell a story and underline your words and do gesticulation with softer movements. And this is, for example, something that will look a bit more elegant. It is more in the flow and simply softer. If this is difficult for you, you can practice dancing. In dancing, for example, oriental dance, belly dance, I have a video on that too. I will link that here for you so that you can watch it afterwards. Because otherwise it is hard to control yourself, especially when you're already used to fast, aggressive and excessive gesticulation. And now comes a point that I have to add, and that's the cultural aspect and the aspect of the environment. So first of all, there are different cultures, and there are cultures in which gesticulation and big hand movement is something that is more normal and more socially accepted. It is even liked. So Italy, for example, or Greece or some other southern countries are very expressive. So people are, when they are talking, using a wider range, of around your body for gesticulation, and they are also a bit faster and not that soft. And in these environments you can adapt. Observe your environment, try to stay elegant despite of how others are moving, but remember that you have to be socially intelligent, and you can of course adapt your gesticulation to the environment and the culture that you're in. If you are in a culture where people are super calm with their hands, not moving them almost at all, then you can also tone down. If it's natural for you to do a lot of gesticulation, you can tone it down a little bit. You can always adapt it, but with what I am teaching you here, you will be in a very good middle range, which will appear elegant and femininely in most cultures. I myself am actually from two cultures. I was born in Poland, but raised in Germany. And I have to say that the Polish gesticulation culture is a bit more expressive than the German one. So I have something in between from both, but I personally, when I'm talking, when I'm telling stories, I'm personally using a lot of gesticulation more than other people. It's more in my nature. So simply do what suits you, but try to do it in an elegant way. And this is what I'm teaching you here. So thank you for watching this one. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.